The average salary for a working Nevadan is $40,000 a year, but taxpayers are paying some Metro corrections officers nearly 3 times that in overtime alone. You may not think working at a local jail could earn you more than $250,000 a year, but 7 Metro corrections officers made that and more, each one earning over $100,000 in overtime last year.
The overtime is very alarming.
Robert Fellner with Nevada Policy Research Institute found Las Vegas Metro corrections officer Dwayne Jensen nearly quadrupled his $83,000 salary to $306,000 with overtime and benefits. He says 8 of the top 10 highest overtime payouts statewide went to Metro corrections officers.
Everyone deserves as much money as possible. I wish everyone could make $300K a year like the one corrections officer did. So it's not an issue of these people don't deserve it or fair, it's affordability.
Both Metro and the county agree it's not affordable or sustainable, but for now,
I don't like it.
They say it's unavoidable.
It's a difficult situation. You're absolutely right. People are going to have sticker shock when you're looking at this. An individual can have $150,000 or virtually $200,000 worth of overtime in a year, and that's way out of line.
Metro Deputy Chief Richard Suey oversees county corrections officers. He says part of the issue is the recently opened North Valley Correctional Complex, which holds 1,080 people and is already full.
Yes, because we've never hired for that facility. So if you took that facility in general, just for commissioned staff, you'd have to hire 143 full-time employees to operate it. So right now it's basically we're backfilling with overtime.
Suey says other factors include a sicker inmate population. When prisoners go to the hospital, guards have to go too, and they have to stay there as long as the inmate does. Another overtime factor.
We've had substantial increase in suicide attempts, which basically means an officer will sit and watch them to make sure they're not self-mutilating or trying to hurt themselves.
But all involved say the biggest problem is chronic understaffing, not just here, but nationwide. Despite offering almost $80,000 as a starting salary, which is nearly the highest in the country for corrections officers, Metro can't find people who want the job.
So when people say, well, the money is great, and it is, it's a great career, I love it, but it's hard to convince people that for the next 30 years, you're going to be locked up in a module for 12 hours with, say, 72 to 88 felons.
They weren't even able to fill their most recent academy.
We started 8 weeks ago, and I already have 20 vacancies.
Suey says the officers making the exorbitant overtime amounts volunteer for the extra hours, but Commissioner Sisolak worries about that too.
They've got to be basically walking zombies when they're in the detention center, and that's not good for the inmates, it's not good for the officer, it's not good for any of the staff, it's not good for the taxpayer.
So what should taxpayers think when they see these staggering numbers?
I'm thinking they should go to LVMPD.com or protectthecity.com, and I'm giving my recruiting plug right now, and join the force.
Metro shared a lot more information with me, which you'll find with this story on KTNV.com. We've also posted a link to NPRI's government salary database. Darcy Spears, 13 Action News.